Hi, it's Deb Putnoy here from the Drawing Lab in Boston, Massachusetts, and Art for a Change Studio. I want to wish everyone a really happy Thanksgiving, and I'm really thankful and grateful to have you here in the Drawing Lab with me. And when you come on or when you watch it later, it really means really so much to me to share my drawing lab with you and my ideas, and just to encourage creativity to everyone around the world, to bring drawing to everyone. So I wanted to go back to our ABCs of drawing, and we had left off on, we had finished F and we were on to G, which is get going, which I kind of thought was a good thing to start off the Thanksgiving weekend if you're in the US. But even if you're not, the idea of just how do you get going starting to draw? Like, so many people have talked to me for so long about their fear of drawing, and it was really why I started creating the drawing lab in the first place, because I felt really sad for everyone that there was so much fear around drawing. This idea that drawings had to be perfect, that drawing couldn't just be a process the way that reading or writing was, that no one really has the same trepidation about doing other things, but drawing really gets to people's kind of internal fear and their critical selves. So what I want to do today was to really give you a couple tools that I've used in my drawing lab. As many of you know, and maybe if you're new to my world of the drawing lab, you might not know that marks are kind of the centerpiece of everything that I do in the drawing lab. So that we all have the ability to make a mark on the page, to make a bumpy line or a broken line, and that we all have this capacity to make marks on the page. When we were little, everyone had this ability to scribble and make marks and kind of felt free and open to do so. And then as we get older, we get more kind of inhibited and kind of closed down to our piece of ourselves. So one thing that I've set up in the drawing lab, if you come in, is that I have, if you'll recognize these old Rolodex, and everything's going to be in reverse. I still haven't figured out that issue with this, but I keep these Rolodexes all over the lab to give people ideas of how to draw in different ways. So and I ask people to actually add their own ideas. So this one is, hold your pencil on the top and shake your wrist and draw feathery marks. So you could keep a little Rolodex on your desks or on your family dinner table, and just give people ideas of how to draw in just different open kinds of ways. Draw with both hands, lines that cross one another. Let's see. Someone wrote, draw hyperdoodles. So I don't know what that means. Whatever you think a hyperdoodle. Draw 25 dancing dots. Draw bumps. So I just keep this, draw dark dashes. So you could open this up, draw your page, fill your page with dashes and dots. So all different dashes and dots. Draw thin lines and squishy dots. Draw your soul. So you could keep I don't know how you would draw your soul, but you could think about that. How would you use marks just to draw kind of who you are on the inside? So you can keep these just around and like flip, and whatever comes up. This one, let's see, this says draw pain. So how would you use your marks to draw pain? Draw your skin. Draw your favorite sound. So these are just, so it's kind of fun. You have this little wheel, so it's kind of the wheel of drawing ideas. Draw bouncy, draw angry, draw the sound of a heartbeat. How do you draw the sound of the heartbeat without drawing a shape of a heart? So using this is just a way to get your creative juices and your drawing mind kind of going and activated. So a Rolodex, either in this form, you can still get them at the office supply store, or in this form, and just start filling it up with like ideas. So then you have it with you, like wherever you are, like I said, at your dinner table, on your desktop, and you can just flip through and get ideas for how to draw in different ways. So that's one way to get yourself going, just with like, thinking about drawing in different kinds of ways. The drawings doesn't have to be realistic. They don't have to be perfect. That drawing is about discovery and kind of unleashing kind of what's inside, but not always knowing what you're going to draw. Maybe having that doodling mindset. I know that when I was in art, in regular school in college, I used to doodle a lot while I was listening to lectures being taught, and it helped me kind of focus in. So you can kind of like use that side of your brain where you just kind of get into the flow, do some doodles, just kind of use your drawing as a tool for yourself to kind of explore the world and not get so hung up in the perfection and the critical side. And that will help you to get going. It just help you to kind of push through that fear base of worrying that you're not doing it perfect. So give it a try. Try out your Rolodex. The other thing is, if you are open to it and want to do a little challenge over Thanksgiving, is you could draw the things that you're tasting at your Thanksgiving table with the people at your Thanksgiving. So you can have the taste of cranberries and turkey and sweet potato pie, and just like have a taste of something and then draw what that taste is just using your marks. If it's tangy, if it's sweet, if it's rough, if it's bumpy. So that's another way. Just get your drawing mind going in different ways. It doesn't have to be about drawing something in front of you or to look realistic. So I hope those are a couple ways to get your drawing mind going, and I will come back next week with H. I hope you all have a wonderful week, Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S., and if you're not, see of new ways to get your drawing mind going, and let me know in the Facebook group what you've done and share some drawings with us. Okay, thank you so much. Take care.